Hello, everybody.
Hello.
We are
Klaas full.
as if we rehearsed it. We are a positive podcast, I guess. I don't
Yeah.
even know what we are anymore. We've gone through some changes.
Yeah. And
Well-
every week we concentrate on one topic.
No, every month,
Yeah, actually,
not
yeah,
every
sorry.
week. So we have obviously gone much shorter, but also with video.
Yeah.
You're welcome. You are welcome. So today our topic is
Homesickness.
yes. But before we get to it, we have some.
Shout outs.
Yeah, as always.
That's on brand for us.
That's on brand. That's not changed at all. So can I start first?
You may.
Thank you so much. So I want to shout out about a lady that I met through work as well, and her name is Morag Leeper. I hope I pronounced the last name correctly. So Morag is a I had it found. Sorry, speak amongst yourselves. I have it here because I had to Google what MFR practitioner means. So myofacial release therapy practitioner, also does permaculture in practice, either one-to-one or group workshops. Also is an author, a mom. Instagram also says a troublemaker and visionary catalyst. Also does somatic bodywork and essences. She's a somatic bodywork and essences practitioner, shall I say, and designs creative, sustainable, and beautiful futures. So a lot of different things like holistic well-being type of things with nature as well. When I saw her this Wednesday, she was telling about how March is a month of flower essences. So there's essences for that. So please, if you would like to, which I hope you do, go and find out about everything that she does that is better than me just trying to explain everything. So it's Morag Leeper, so MORAGLEIPER.com. We will also tag her Instagram, where in her bio you will see her website as well. And she is also on Facebook as Morag at Gaia Dance. So that's her Facebook page for everything that she gets up to. Very interesting. But the thing that I want to talk about mostly is this. So that's the yearly planner 2025, which I just got like a week and a bit ago, maybe 2 weeks ago. So I have started it straight from February. But what it is it will give you, it's so cool. I love doing those. It gives you like enough space to write every day, whatever you choose to write. I write kind of like stuff that has gone well, like gratitude type of things.
Ace.
But then every Sunday is a bit bigger. There's also so there we go. So Sunday is more here. There are, let me just read from the back because she puts it better here. So there's Sunday, every 3 days per page except Sundays, where space is made for gratitude and your weekly mandala to color. So there's days to plan for, dreams and visions to bring into physical manifestation. So obviously, we are very big on manifestation. So it's really cool. In the very beginning, you set your goals as well. So yeah, like I haven't filled all of it in because I didn't want to just do it just for the sake of it. I need to sit down and properly do that's like for the year. Goals, like obviously written down, become things that actually might happen. More than 70 inspiring quotes on kindness, gratitude, and life. Kindness is a big thing for Morag as well, because even like in the bottom it says like inspired by my visions of a world where kindness counts. Our focus is towards a sustainable community and environmentally aware culture. Created to nourish your intentional living with a focus towards gratitude, joy, and kindness. There's loads of stuff. There's even like little budgeting sheets. There's like this week's affirmations and how I felt, and my daily practice is included, so which you can do whatever you want with it. I love this, and it's so thick as well. So you can get that on Amazon. It's not even £20, so very worth the money because look how thick it is. You can start it any month. It doesn't have to be January. You can just keep going to the other year.
From as
2026.
much as I can see, the illustrations are quite aesthetically
They're
pleasing.
so aesthetically pleasing. So she does this. I think there's another one in the works for next year as well, I'm sure. And she does other holistic things as well. So please follow her. Go and see what she does. It's very interesting. So that's one of the ones that we wanted to shout out about to Morag.
Yeah.
Morag
shout
at
out.
Gaia Dance, but we will tag in our show notes.
So next person we'd like to give a shout out to is someone we've previously shouted out about as well.
Yes.
But yeah, her project or it's expanded a little bit, or there's
Yes.
more things to it now.
Yeah.
It's our friend and previous podcast visitor guest.
Yes. It's
Jeez.
yeah.
Justine.
You blanked,
sorry.
haven't you? You blanked.
Yeah,
Yep.
Justine. But her project is mind and body mobility, and under that there's a few different things. It's basically a holistic coaching and support. You can find her on Instagram under the same name, Mind and Body Mobility. She does yoga flow, online classes. She does meditation, guided meditation that
Yes.
we take part in on Sundays. And
Yep.
when you're a member and subscribe, you can get recordings as well.
Yes, which is really handy. I find them really handy.
If you miss one class, you can watch it back and
Yes.
on the record.
She also does the rhythm and mobility, which is 1 hour. It's Mondays and also on Sunday mornings. Mondays in the evening time, which is helps that it's like one of them is morning, one of them is evening, and also Yin yoga now as well. And I like that the website for the members is giving you a lot of practical helps, like the info, almost like a booklet. For example, about protein was recently that I looked about. Hormones, I think, as well
She's
was
given
one.
information about
Very
cortisol as well.
Yeah, she's obviously studied it. You could tell that she's spent a lot of hours behind it. It's really good. If you want anything holistically, like for your meditation, yoga, shaking your body, and some knowledge needs, then do subscribe to her. Go and find her on Instagram, because we're going to tag her as well.
Yeah.
So. And last but by no means least, where have you been this
again,
morning?
We've been to a coffee morning.
Yes, we have.
To raise money for a very good cause. It's a charity called Beat.
Yep.
And actually, our friend who has been our guest as well on the podcast, Chantel, whose Instagram is
Cooking with Chantel. We'll tag her too.
She invited us along, and
It's very lovely.
yeah, she's a supporter of Beat, which is a eating disorder charity.
Yep.
I can tell you a little bit more about Beat. It's UK's eating disorder charity. It says, unfortunately, 1 in 50 people of all ages, genders, and backgrounds have an eating disorder.
Yep, that's
a complex, like a group of complex and often misunderstood mental health illnesses. And they can do a serious harm for your physical, like the harm could be physical, social, financial, and emotional. So they Beat itself, how you can get involved with Beat is to donate. You can also fundraise for them. You can campaign for them, and you can also volunteer with them.
Yes.
So there's different ways to get involved.
Yep. We ate cake and donated, and it was a lovely morning. We blathered.
All sorts of lovely.
Yeah. So we'll
things.
tag Chantel as well, and go, obviously, if those of you who are wanting more information, go and find about Beat. And
one other thing to say is that they offer people with eating disorders and those caring for them emotional support and expert advice as well. And if you don't think you have the disorder yet, but you're worried about it, it's good to reach out to them. and I think
We might get a parcel, so yep.
yeah,
Just bear with us because I just noticed. Yep, that's the parcel. Don't worry, we have people working for us who can go and open the door.
yeah.
Anyway, shall we get to the topic?
The topic
Before
So,
the
yeah.
time is up.
As we mentioned, it's homesickness. So
Yes.
before we start discussing it, I would just like to draw attention to what the internet says about the symptoms of homesickness.
Yes.
You will probably notice them yourself. There's so many, but yeah, for example, it's disturbed sleeping pattern, anger, nausea, or nervousness, isolation, loneliness, or withdrawing, overwhelm, insecurity, anxiousness, or even like panic, feelings of low self-esteem or self-worth, headaches, and lack of appetite and concentration.
Some
So,
of
yeah.
them seem very logical.
So you can kind of maybe even like misunderstand some of it, like
yeah.
because for example, I was in America in the Girl Scouts camp,
Yeah.
and we had to kind of tell the little young ones who came there like for a week or so that keep yourself, for example, like if you're feeling thirsty, you might actually mistake it for feeling homesick, you know. So we had to keep telling them to
Just
keep hydrated
sleep,
as well.
yeah. Oh,
and like if
fair
you felt
enough.
hungry, you know, like
Yeah.
maybe it's not homesickness, maybe you're just hungry, but it's natural. Yeah, like obviously kids that age, like
Yeah.
feeling homesick.
Yeah, of
Um,
course, if they're first time away from home and stuff like that.
If you're hungry or thirsty, it exacerbates everything.
Yes, exactly.
but
What
yeah.
does it say? Have you checked what is homesickness? What does the Oxford Dictionary or whatever does it say? Because everybody
yeah,
thinks
it's
that they
just-
know about it anyway, but like
If you're in a new environment,
Yeah.
you're feeling uneasy,
Yeah.
kind of, and restless.
well, shall I just say? So how long have we been away from Estonia? Where
Since 2007.
2007,
Do the math.
which is many years. 18 years? Is it 18
Goodness
years?
gracious.
Goodness gracious. So we know a thing or two about homesickness, and I'm sure a lot of our listeners and those of you who are watching it would probably have come across it in your lives. So we were not going to drone on about like, oh, it's so sad to be away from home and stuff like that. It's more like I was thinking more how in this day and age the homesickness can be slightly alleviated. I don't know if that's the right word. With obviously like the video conferencing systems and like the video. Whereas in the past, oh my goodness, when people went to war or somewhere and
letters.
and the women
Telegrams.
who were staying behind, they wouldn't know like what's
Months
happening.
on end,
yeah. So I guess in that way it's a bit like easier for us, for example, because what we have done as some of you know is that every weekend we Skype with our mom for about an hour. We hardly ever miss. The reasons why we miss the Skype is if she's just been visiting us or we've been just to Estonia.
And she's like traveling back or something.
Yeah, we usually never really miss it. It's not always the same time. Sorry, there's a Dodge's little whisker or something. So yeah, but in the beginning, like we were very lucky because we were together.
Yes, that's the thing. Like
Yeah.
I think it's in that way it's been a bit easier because a little bit of home is here with us.
Yeah. What I wanted to discuss though is how a lot of you who have moved away, it doesn't matter if it's from abroad, a lot of people just move away from their hometown. So it might be very similar to you guys also, is that I don't know how you guys feel, and feel free to contact us and let us know. But we were discussing it just today, like walking outside, that we don't feel fully as if we're home here, nor there now, which is kind of like, it's a weird feeling, but also something that we just gotten used to, I guess. But like, like we don't feel like fully like, oh, this is me, I've put down my roots. And
it's always really sad to leave again, like when we're leaving from Estonia, but also it's nice to go on holidays and stuff back home, but living back home would be a different kettle of fish, you know.
Yeah.
Although
yeah.
it could be nice and everything, but yeah, we probably are sad to leave because it's also a holiday, you know. But like, yeah, there's a lot of different factors contributing.
And also what other thing is like, what do you miss about home is probably the location, probably the nature, everything, but it's a lot of the times it's the people. But then that made me think about how so I don't have a lot of like close friends.
We are each other's friends.
Yes. Obviously in Estonia as well, we used to go back and have like, you know, this kind of get-togethers and stuff, but naturally and through no fault of anyone,
Everybody
number
was
of
busy with their own
yes,
lives, you know?
but what I'm meaning is more like that it's fine that like it's fair that less and less people then could meet up with us. Maybe they move to another city, because I feel it's very hard to keep a friendship going if they are geographically different, like further away. We have a few VIPs that we do like
that
have
kind of like pick up where you left off.
Yes, but most of the time, I just realized that I have people that I know of the work that I'm currently at, but then don't like, if I leave a job, then the people that I was very pally with in the previous job, I have nothing against them. They hopefully have nothing against me. But just because you don't regularly
see every day,
you don't inhabit the same spaces geographically, you have like you have to make so much more of an effort, which in this day and age, even like we don't obviously have kids or anything, but it's still hard to find time and energy to keep in contact. So it kind of is like no one's fault, but your friendships kind of go. But it's even more so if you move away geographically. It is what it is, I guess. With that,
part of the reason why I was like joking that I still have Facebook is to kind of try and have some kind of connection with the friends that I have added me over the years. You know, like not just, you know, followers, but like people we used to know face to face and from back home, and from Denmark as well. And like,
it's like 'cause our generation, Facebook was the thing. I always also feel like, you know, when you said like about like when if we would live in Estonia it would be different. I genuinely feel like it. I honestly wish there was two of me and one stayed back in Estonia, because what I'm really sad about is that with mom we do contact her like regularly. It feels like totally normal relationship.
On WhatsApp as well, most days.
Yeah, and we you know, we do try to get her to come and join us on a visit to some other country, or like we do like have a good relationship there and close. But with like extended family, it's so hard to keep it up, and I feel like we've missed out. But at the same time, I don't know how differently we would act in Estonia either. So it's kind of like life is too short. Go and reach out for that to that cousin, guys. Like honestly, like we tried to do it one day. I think it was after seeing a movie. Like we tried to do it, and then we had like even Zoom calls with some of our people. They're not called cousins, are they? Nephews?
Like second cousin?
Yes, cousins. Yeah. Is it nephew and nieces that I can't say because you don't have
because
kids?
I don't have any kids.
I always forget.
Sorry.
Yeah, no, don't be sorry.
Niece. No.
No, ew, I don't give. Oh, so cute.
Look at her.
I hope the camera is catching it. A little Petal. We need to talk in hushed tones because little Petal is sleeping. And she's only had 7 naps today. So basically like I feel sad missing out on our cousins growing up, becoming adults, those who are already adults who were older than us, you know, like it feels like in this perfect world we'll be in Estonia and we constantly will communicate with all of them all the time.
Yeah.
But obviously the reality is like everybody has their own lives, and Estonians, as a rule, are not super like, oh my god, mikasa sukasa,
yeah.
like come over every day.
Yeah.
But they are very warm. I'm not saying anything bad about Estonians because I'm one of them. But yeah, I don't know. That's what I was thinking about homesickness. Because it was
Yeah.
hard to think, like, I don't know why we picked this topic. I think it's like because we maybe felt homesick at the time, and it's like there's not a lot of like new angles.
I have an angle though.
Oh, okay.
Animals.
Right.
Do they feel homesickness?
Do tell.
I did a little bit of a research, so
Perfect.
yeah, main ones that I found out about is cats, dogs, and gorillas.
They have homesickness.
Sort of, yeah, if they're moving from, like, for example, one house or like place to another, they feel a bit restless and like anxious. I can kind of describe it a bit more, like dogs even show signs of depression, sadness.
Is Dulce, that's why she's so chill. She misses North Macedonia for about 4 years already. Like, Dulce, it's time to get over it.
That's when they are away from their family or pack, and when they're removed from their home for a long time. You know? Yeah, because it's like unfamiliar surrounding, and it alters their mood.
I understand.
With cats, they have, for some reason they mentioned, like, even though dogs have also, but cats have a strong sense of smell, so that disrupts them, like if you're bringing them to the new place. So it's actually recommended, like a lot of people actually do that if the family goes away abroad or something for a holiday, then it's recommended to have someone come in and feed the cats and like keep the cats in their own
That's what
environment.
we do to one of our friends here as well. Yep,
Rather
makes
than
sense.
taking them to kennels and stuff.
Yeah, of
that's
course.
disruptive. And then there's some kind of little like evidence with gorillas the same way. Like if they've moved from, like, you know, sometimes they get captured or rescued and put into like a zoo or like a rehabilitation place, and like that's a change of scenery. So
I didn't
there's
know that.
some tips how to help pets feel less homesick. So it's
Go for it.
Play with items they know well. Bring items that remind them of a safe place. Bring items with a familiar smell and feel. And add special toys that they enjoy. So like all of that together.
Aww. Makes sense.
Yeah. Oh, actually, captive big cats can feel fear, stress, and anxiety as well.
Okay. You know what I was thinking with that? You know how... is it migratory birds? You know how they go to Africa?
They migrate.
Yeah. And then they go back. It's weird because they like, do they go back? Obviously because they are like, it's ingrained, it's like a thing. But also, do you think they feel homesick a little bit? Because they go back to the same place, right?
Birds can feel feelings.
Because I'm thinking, like, for example, let's say a sparrow, I don't know if that's one of the migratory birds, goes to like Morocco for the winter, right? Chill, nice climate. Then it's like, oh, I have to go back to Estonia, and it's like, oh, it's probably.
But they
really
come back
close.
for a reason.
I know, but what if they sometimes go like, oh, I'm just gonna stay, or I'm gonna go to like Norway, similar temperatures but like different views. I don't know.
Yeah.
I wonder if they
I'm
go
not
back.
an ornithologist. I don't know, but usually they do. They have like patterns for the migration.
Yeah.
But as they are with their crew, like family, maybe it's a bit easier for them. Like they don't miss it. But
fair enough.
yeah, and for example, like the very famous one that everybody learns at school is like eels. Sargasso Sea. They get.
Oh yeah.
Is it spawned or like, they get.
They get spawned.
They are born there. Then.
Okay.
Go like,
upstream
to anywhere, and then they go back to Sargasso Sea.
So weird. Weird, yeah.
I make so much sense right now.
Yes, yeah. No, it does make sense because they go they then go to wherever they
But
are.
how do they know where to go to? Like,
Yes.
and it's all of the eels.
Honestly, animals are so much more, like, I feel like they're so much more clever.
But they also have like evolutionary,
Rare.
like innate, like
Yes.
patterns,
Instincts.
Yeah.
Which we would be useless when we'd be, like, having to go find, you know what I mean? Like, we rely on all these technical gadgets now.
Yeah.
It's crazy. We're going, like, stupider.
We should
We're
all
going
learn a little bit
stupider.
of some like survival skills, you know, like
Yeah.
how to tell where's south and east. Like it's to do with the moss on the trees and sladida.
Sladida.
But yeah, I think that's our kind of time up.
Do you think so?
Yeah.
Any parting words of wisdom about homesickness or anything you want to say?
It's
What would you
there's
recommend for people to do?
it's good to kind of talk to familiar people and
Yep.
rest assured it will. Wow. It will pass. It might take a couple of weeks.
Yep.
So give yourself a break, okay?
And find kindred spirits because, like, for example, we have some Estonians in here as well,
Yeah.
like Birgit and others as well, Asja,
But if
Ingrid.
it continues, maybe it's a sign that you should go back home.
Still, sorry, I mentioned all four now. All four Estonians, I don't know. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, and go and call somebody from home. Yeah. We have that availability. I don't know what's happening with Skype, but Teams video call is still happening. So go and schedule it in. Yeah, that's a good idea. We will Skype with Mom tomorrow, won't we?
Yeah,
great.
We definitely will.
Okay. Well, this has been Klaas Half Full.
Subscribe and like and
please.
We're everywhere, like Spotify, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube.
Yes.
Maybe even what's it called, Twitch.
I don't know. We'll figure it out. Okay. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this little ditty.
What ditty?
Ditty is like a small. I know it's more for a song, but I just like saying this little ditty, like this little thing. Okay. Anyway,
thinking my Bob.
Bye.
Goodbye.